Today at Home with Miss Joan, we're going to make Miss Joan's easy peasy lasagna, okay? We're going to start out over here at the stove. I've saved us some time because I've already scrambled with an onion in it. Hamburger meat. Now here it's good. You can use a half and half, like scrambled sausage is good. Half it with your hamburger meat, your ground chuck, whatever you got. Just scramble it up. And I do have chopped onion. We always put chopped onion. Okay, to that meat mixture, I'm going to add a 24-ounce jar of, this is Prego brand, but you can buy any brand that you want to. This is what they call their Italian sauce, roasted garlic and herb. All right, I'm putting it in there. I'm just going to decide if I need another jar or not, because it looks like I'm heavy on the meat. Here it is. And I'm going to put, I'm going to just try a half a jar of it. Another jar of the Prego brand. Any brand will do. Okay, y'all, look at there how easy that is. That is my meat mixture. Y'all know how I'm always telling you that if you freeze your scrambled hamburger meat, this dish is just a breeze because you've already got it scrambled with the onions in it. Okay, but here it is. So right now, I'm just going to cut my stove off because that's nice and warm, and we're going to mix up a little cheese sauce. All right, it takes a cup of Parmesan. I was wondering if I could pronounce anything, wouldn't y'all be tickled? All right. Add 2 cups. Now you can use cottage cheese or you can use ricotta. Did I say that right? Woo! This is it says a 15 ounce. So we'll see. I'm going to get the full 2 cups out of this, or we're going to use some more. Okay. I'm going to decide if this is enough sauce here in a minute. Depends on how big of a baking dish that you're going to use, you know. Now, some people don't do this and some do. I've always put an egg in there to kind of, as it bakes, thicken it a little bit. But you don't have to. You can just put these 2 cheeses in there and let it be your spread. Yep. Now, the sauce that I poured over my meat, it was really, you know, it's already had the herb seasoning in it. So here, you could put just a little bit of garlic powder. Just a sprinkling of it. That's just for your taste, okay? All right. To me, I don't think that's enough sauce for what I want to make today. So I'm going to put some more of the ricotta. What do we have, 2 cups? All right. I'm just going to use both of my 15-ounce containers. All right, which will require that we put some more Parmesan. If you're going to make this, I've just used a whole 6-ounce bag. All right, I believe we got enough sauce now, don't y'all? And now it's just a matter of assembling it. I'll tell you, this is the first time I've used these. It says oven-ready lasagnas. Oven-ready lasagna noodles. Look at here. They feel just as hard as some of the others. I usually just pre-cook them. You know how you boil macaroni? Just boil them for a few minutes. But I'm going to try these oven-ready lasagnas. That makes it even easier, don't it? All right, I picked this size dish right here. Whew, I forgot my pan was hot. Miss Joan, for us to do. I used to be a little boy in the children's ministry. They would run around saying he wanted to help me. Miss Joan, what for us to do? We say that all time around here thinking about him. Okay. Like I said, now we're just going to do a 1, 2, 3 layering. But I do have a little surprise. Hope y'all like my surprise that I'm going to put in this. What I like to do, instead of just sticking these on the bottom, I do put just a little bit of the sauce. Do y'all do that? Y'all comment down below and tell me how you do, okay? This is mostly just to me when the steam comes out of this meat sauce. It'll also go up into the noodles. Now this is just very little I'm putting right here. This is really the building of the layers. One thing that's neat about this size pan, I think it's a 9 by 11.5. A little bit smaller than the 9 by 13. These little things that I told you that I'm using, that I hadn't used before, they fit perfect. Look. We got a little bit of meat sauce on the bottom. We got, in my case, 3 noodles. You might could break them and go this way, depending on how big your dish is, how big your family is. All right, we're going to start with the sauce. Spreading the love all around. I wanted to make 3 layers of this, but I may just wind up making 2. But whatever I do, it's going to be good, okay? Whatever I do, it's going to be good. Oh, boy. Here is my surprise, y'all. You ready? You may already do this. I put some little pepperonis. Can you imagine the flavor? Now, you could cut these in halves or quarter them. I am just sticking them all around. You know how these are spiced up because you have them on pizza all the time. Well, now you don't have to use this in your lasagna. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody else that does that. But anyway, I thought this would make it just extra flavorful to add these little pepperonis. Okay, now is when I start with my cheese mixture. You know, we made a gob of it. But we're going to cover it all around. Spread it out. Now, what is this cheese mixture? Miss John put 1 egg. She wound up using 2 ricottas. 2 15-ounce containers. And then, you know, we put 2 cups of grated Parmesan. Kind of like ice in the cake. I'm just rocking my spoon back and forth here. I can tell I'm just going to have 2 layers of this. My dish is nearly full. It may be running over. Oh, babe. All right. Now, to this, I'm going to add mozzarella. What do you say? What do you say? Now, oh me, I didn't measure this. Let's see what this bag is. It's a 1-pound bag. And what I'm doing is just, I'm just sprinkling it all around it. Now, I've seen this made with other kinds of cheese, okay? It's just you. Look at here, how pretty. Okay, now, if my bowl will hold it, we got to do this all over again, okay? Let's see. Our noodles. I might need to press these down. Now, I'm coming with my meat sauce. All right, y'all, I'm spreading the love on my meat sauce. Remember how easy our meat sauce was? It was just scrambled meat with onion cooked in it. And then I put the jar and a half of the special sauce that I bought, which was the Prego, herb and garlic. What's coming up next is these, and you can leave them out if you want to. Okay, y'all, now to this, we're putting our cheese mixture. My daughter's already warned me, Mama, I believe that's too full, of which I'm trying to prove to her that's not. But a lot of times she's got a really good eye about this stuff.
I told her before she started it was too full.
Yeah, she did. Okay, y'all might need to get to, what is that called? 11 by 13. But anyway, I think I'm just going to be just perfect. I don't want it boiling over in the stove, though. Oh, we had to clean that stove here the other day, and it was not easy. I want y'all to look here. It come out just right. Now, keep in mind, this is a 9 by 11.5 dish. You could spread it out a little thinner. But, oh, my goodness, y'all. I've only now got to put some enough mozzarella to our taste. I got the most wonderful 7-layer salad ready to serve with this. I just dumped it down because I thought it might be easier if I just spread it by the clumps. But anyway, it's going to be such a good meal. And I got some of my, oh dear, sourdough bread we'll probably have on the side. But this is good. I made enough. I believe this is going to do us more than just today's meal. It's good warmed over too. And you can make this ahead of time and freeze it. Sometimes I like to make just make a half of one of these sizes, freeze the other half. Because, you know, it is just 2 of us. So. All right, I'm pushing it down just because my dish is full. My dish is full. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to bake it covered for 30 minutes. I'm going to take the foil off is my plan. I'm on 350 degrees. And then I'm going to bake it uncovered for either 15 or 20 minutes. I'll let y'all know all that here in a little bit. Look here, y'all. Here it is. We baked it covered with the aluminum foil for 30 minutes. And then I took the foil off and cooked it 20 more minutes. Okay. Woo! I hope it gets out pretty for y'all. Oh my goodness. Woo-wee, hot and bubbly. You know, pie or whatever. It's always hard to get that first piece out. Maybe I should have done took a piece out. And I'm gonna try. It's gooey and cheesy, I know that. Ooh, yeah. What do you think? Ooh, wee. Oh my. Anyway, if you can see, it is so good. Remember, we got 2 layers of everything. If I'd had a deeper dish, I'd have went, there it is. Ooh wee. I'm going to plate this up today with just how we're going to eat it here at Home with Miss Joan. If you'll look up my recipes, I made a 7-layer no-toss salad, and that's what this is. We're going to eat it alongside of our lasagna. 7 different layers of very good vegetables. I don't usually put the sauce in that because it makes it gooey for the next day. Put a little sauce. And then I toasted up us a piece of my sourdough bread. Now, y'all, we cooked this today at Home with Miss Joan. I'm sacrificing the burnt tongue for y'all, okay? I will say those oven-ready noodles did good in this. When I checked it at 30 minutes, I thought, I wish I hadn't used them. But they turned out good when it got done. Remember our surprise ingredient? The pepperoni? There's one right there. Actually, there's 2. It does give it a really good flavor to add those pepperonis in there. Y'all try that and tell me what you think about it, okay? We're eating this today. We're making it right here at Home with Miss Joan. At Home with Miss Joan, would you like? You know, whether you like it or not, okay? At Home with Miss Joan, please subscribe. Sure does help this old girl's channel grow. Won't you share with friends and family? You know, like your mom and them, okay? Comment right here and you'll hear back from me. You know, preacher, get back with you, my daughter, me, somebody will right here from At Home with Miss Joan. Woo! Y'all check these videos out, okay?